Hey there folks, and welcome to another Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you so much for joining me today. I know we did miss one last week, and I apologize for that. Sometimes things just get crazy for me, and I'm not able to get one out here, but I am excited to cover today's. We are looking at the Flamethrower Wagon mod. This one is a little more than a week old. Pretty cool concept in my opinion. Pretty straightforward, honestly, but as you may have guessed, it adds special wagons or fluid tankers to trains that have flamethrowers attached to the top. I think it looks pretty good. First off, nice integration of the flamethrower turrets on top there, and it's actually pretty neat, and I can see some really good uses for it. So there's a few things to cover here just really quick before I demonstrate it because it's going to be important to what you see. So the first thing is I just generally think this is super nice because flame turrets are normally just something that's like more useful in the stationary outpost, right? Because you have to get liquid to it and pipe to it. You know, you can't really. It's not like artillery where you can just send it somewhere random you haven't built yet and park it and will do its thing. You gotta have some infrastructure. This alleviates that because the thing you need, fluid, is with the turrets all the time, which is super nice. The other note is I did test this, and this does fire as it's moving. It obviously also fires once it's stopped, but it's actually quite interesting. So you can do like drive-by attacks. Now, another thing with that though is you may actually want to put slow fuel in this to account for that, because I did test it with even just solid fuel, and it drove by so fast that it kind of like the flame lagged behind it and didn't hit a whole ton. So having it drive slower actually would be advantageous here. But then obviously once it's parked, it'll just shoot, whatever's next to it. So I just put some biters here that are on peaceful, obviously, so they don't start attacking our stuff right away. But you could have some like protection along your tracks or something, and send this out to where you need to. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to set a temporary stop for this out here, and we'll just kind of park it over there. And I'm going to change this to 10 seconds. And you can see it fires as it drives by. Now, even with the slower fuel, it kind of missed a lot of stuff. But you can see it's being parked here, and it's shooting a decent amount of stuff. Now, the range isn't like crazy, so it's mostly good for clearing stuff just along the track. But it actually should hit this base on the way back, which is super nice. So you can see it did take out another base there along with that. Now, there are some issues with this. Obviously, being fired, it is kind of shooting itself here, which is problematic. So, either having like some sort of bots would be great because it's actually going to die. And then, maybe I think there's like logistic wagons, maybe a mod for that, which you could add onto this, which would be really good, that has bots with it. So there are obviously some problems with this. I think it would be, mostly best used when it's just when you send it somewhere to park. Or you can send it to an established outpost and have it park there that already has defenses. But that way you can still avoid setting up flamers and pipes everywhere and stuff. I think that would be a really good use for it. It's just kind of all-in-one type of deal. In terms of settings here, there are none. It's very, very straightforward. In terms of tech, if we take a look, would help if I could spell. So here we go, flamethrower. So that's obviously you need that, and then after you get that and some other researches, it's after blue science, you can go ahead and grab your flamethrower wagon, which is not too expensive, and then the cost of building the thing is fairly cheap. It's a fluid wagon, 2 flamer turrets, some steel and engines basically, which makes sense. And that's the mod. Again, with it being fire, it just kind of damages everything. But there are definitely some uses for this that I can think of that would be pretty fun and pretty cool. So if you have any other thoughts for some good ways to use this, definitely leave it down in the comments. But for now, that's going to go ahead and do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy, a like is appreciated as well. And there is, of course, a link in the description to the portal page where you can find this mod and some more info on it and such. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.